Fellas, ladies, you looking for lotions? You looking for beard oils? But unfortunately, everything you get from mainstream got chemicals in it and it's probably killing you? No problem, we got you. Go check out my people from Top to Bottom Hair and Skincare. That's Top to Bottom Hair and Skincare. www.top2bottom, BOTTU, the U is for unique, M.com. Tell them I sent you.
Hey, what's up, y'all? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Welcome to the OG Network. Welcome to Ryan's Opinion Don't Matter. Hopefully, y'all having a blessed, wonderful day. Just hopefully. Anyway, y'all having a wonderful time because I am. Feel good, feel great. God is good. God is great. It's just amazing to be alive. Thank God for life. What's up, my brother Justice? What's going on? What's going on? How you doing? How you doing, brother? Hopefully all is well with you. Hopefully you out there having a good time. Hopefully you out there being safe. Or better yet, hopefully you sitting out there with that pond of yours, sitting back chilling. Either way, man, God is good, man. I appreciate you. Appreciate you coming in. Appreciate you hitting the like button. Likes and dislikes. Yeah, I'm eating on my live. So what? I'm gonna eat this. I'm gonna eat that. I'm gonna eat some of that. I'm gonna drink some of this. That's what I do. Likes and dislikes. It's usually what I do on Mondays, just to get into a conversation of, what people like, what they don't like, stuff that gets under your skin, stuff that don't get up under your skin. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of things that I like. I like the fact that I have a relationship with God. I like the fact that I'm born again, believe in Christ. Now I don't like the fact that I ain't perfect, but it is what it is. But I do like the fact that God is working with me and He's patient and His grace and His mercy endures forever. So at the end of the day, when God decided to show up in my life, He knew I wasn't perfect, but there's no excuse. I still try to be better, a better individual every single day. I try to improve. But one thing I don't like, and as it relates to that, is I don't like fakeness. Like, I don't like when people fake one way in front of people and then another way out. I'm gonna be who I am in front of anybody. I don't care who you are, what they are. I ain't trying to impress this person. I'm gonna be who I am, no matter what. But consciously, internally, I always want to become a better child of God, no matter what. And sometimes that takes time. And at the end of the day, God is good. And it is what it is. The other thing is this: for those that's on the live, do me a favor, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, appreciate it. But I've been using this top to bottom hair and skincare product for a while. If you watch the video in the beginning, you would see the commercial for it. Of course, we teamed up with them on the OG Network. If you go buy their product and you spend $35 with them, and you use the OG Network 26 promo code, you get a 15% discount off of your purchase, $35 and up. And I think that's a really good deal. Now, here's the thing. I've been using their product for quite a while now. I mean, I'm not going to say years because I haven't known about the product years ago. But I found out what they were doing, what they were making and stuff. I decided, I'm going to test the product out myself. And the reason why I'm saying this is because this is something that I actually do like. And I like their product. I really do. I use their hair product. The coconut butter clean cluster I use in my skin. The herbal infused, which I call Afro Magic, because I can never remember the name. I use that in my hair. I use their body. They make body wash. I use their body wash. I make deodorant. We use their deodorant. There's so much stuff in product that I use of theirs, and I'm not a groomy type person. Like I'm not, you got to smell this way all the time. I wash my behind every day and clean up and do the basic everyday maintenance of a person should do. But I'm not overbearing with it. But I do that, and I buy a lot of candles from them too. And their candles are wonderful. Like their product is just off the roof great. And they're American made company. They're a young company, American made. They're all right here in this country, right here in America. So I encourage you to, give them a shot. Check their product out. I mean, top to bottom hair and skincare. If you go back and look at the beginning of this video, if you look at any of my lives in the beginning, you'll see that product show up. You'll see the commercial. Also, in my actual channel, there's a way to get to the link. I got to go back and check and make sure it worked. But yeah, I like the fart. I like the fart too. I ain't gonna lie. I don't like holding it in. Holding in a fart can be dangerous. You ever hold in a fart too long and see what happened to you? You see how you feel after a while? Now it's all inside of you. Your guts are tore up. Now you holding your side because you held that fart too long. Nah, let that fart out. Yeah, I like farts too. I like when I fart too. I'm neither one. I'm OG. I'm neither one. I'm OG. I let out a fart. I don't care who around. I got a fart. I'm gonna fart. You know how many times I've been on a live and farted, and I don't even think people heard it. Sometimes I mute the mic so you don't hear the fart, but I still let the fart out. I want to know, why do y'all make up names? Whoever you are, Big Booty, Latino, FR, whatever. Why do y'all make up names for channels if it's not who you really are? Like, at my age, I can't trust a fart. I don't know if it don't matter what age you are. Hey, look, I was younger and I had some stuff slip out. Like, oh, that was more than just a fart. It was wet too. Well, I gotta go home. That's just part of life. I mean, I know a lot of times we take it certain ways, but honestly, farting is just part of life. I mean, like, when you're a kid, you think it's funny, you think it's hilarious. But farting is just a part of life. Real talk. It is just part of life. But I ain't got nothing I really want to get into. I'm just gonna only have fun. Really, seriously. Oh, okay. So you trying to lay low. They can't find you. Wow, y'all fun. That what you do? You go around trolling your friends? It's messed up. If your friend find out that you trolling them, they're gonna get you back. They're gonna get you back. That's right. Y'all know. I know if you've been in my live long enough, y'all know I like donuts. Well, on my channel, I get a lot of trolls and they don't bother me. I like the trolls. They're cool. A lot of people troll me on my channel, but they don't bother me. It's part of social media, in my opinion. So it don't even bother me. Some of them I can kind of figure out who they are. Some of them just, one thing about me is that I've been made fun of almost all my life. I've been made people that said jokes, talking about my clothing, talking about what I don't have, do have. I mean, before social media was even a factor, I've been, people have called me names. If you live long enough and ain't nobody ever called you a name, I mean, you ain't never been around people. I mean, in school, made fun of because you don't have this or you don't have that. And then sometimes you don't realize that it's not your fault that you don't have it. You're a child. I mean, that's your parents' job is to provide until you're able to provide for yourself. So a lot of times you get into an argument and fight and debate back and forth about what you have. And honestly, if you think about it, The kids are suffering for what the parents are not doing. I used to fight bullies and back in school. Yeah, I don't like bullies. I never did. I don't particularly care for bullies. But here's the thing. If we honest with ourselves, and I'm gonna be honest with myself, at one point in life I was a bully. Not just being bullied. I don't even know if I call it bullying. I just think it's making fun of people, and I don't really care about what they do or say. But I think at some point I was bullying somebody. Or they probably felt like I was bullying them. But I think a lot of times people don't want to be honest with themselves. And but for me personally, bullies have low self-esteem. I think some of them. Nah, bro, I ain't block you. Why? No, nah, I don't know if you asking me, Justice, but nah, I ain't block you. But yeah, I don't believe in I don't think all bullies will have a self-esteem issue. I just think, I think sometimes they just don't realize what they're doing. But I think sometimes we need bullies. If you really think about it. For me personally, when I thought about it, I said, because I have thick skin, it's because I've been picked on. And now I'm not, it's stuff like that, it just rolls right off. It rolls right off. It doesn't even, it doesn't have an effect on me like that. So when people start talking about, so I think to some extent, a certain level of bullying is necessary in some other people's development. Like when you watch animals in the wild and you watch them play and, some of them trying to assert dominance over another animal. Some of that is because they need to helping them, in their development. So, I mean, this is just my opinion. I'm not saying that I'm right or wrong. This is my opinion. I think sometimes bullies can be useful. Oh yeah, Justice, I'm gonna check it out. Okay, I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna check it out. Oh, I'm definitely gonna check it out. You voted for Trump 3 times? Well, I only voted for him for one time, the last election. But the election before that, I didn't. I wish I did, but I didn't. But I voted for him in the last election. I didn't vote for him 3 times, but I did vote for him in the last election. But I don't. I'm glad I did. I'm, so you always gonna have people complaining, but for me personally, I'm glad I did, and I would never change my vote. I'm not changing my vote. I'm glad I voted for him. But oh really? Man, Justice, I swear to you, man, I can't wait till I get to the level of putting my hands on all the stuff that you put your hands on when it relates to firearms. I think maybe my fault is I think probably because I just go and use what I have and what I own. I have, and I never actually even give it a thought that because a lot of places that I go, you can rent different firearms, and fire them, but I never use them. I just always I think because I'm cheap. I just realized why I'm cheap. Like, and why would I rent something when I got something to shoot myself? But I am going to start to venture out because I think if you do go to rent a few different firearms, you'll probably get a better idea of what you want personally. I think you'll probably get a better chance of finding a better, more comfortable firearm. But that's just me. I don't. I love going to the gun range, and the funny thing is, I have yet to be out in the outdoor gun range. Most of the ranges, all the time I've been to the range, is always indoor, controlled environment. And then sometimes that could be very uncomfortable depending on who's in there. And I hate it because, I know that the people that work at the gun ranges and stuff like that, they do the best thing they can do to keep an eye on what everybody's doing and stuff. But I always keep my eye on what everybody's doing. Forget who's there doing it. I do it myself because I've been to the range and I've seen some activity, I could say, and the way people was handling firearms just made me extremely uncomfortable, and that's why I just said, nope, I'm out. I mean, I paid my money, probably wasn't even there for 15 minutes. I just left because I did not like what I saw as opposed to how people was handling the firearms. And I know that the person that working there, sometimes hands was quick. People doing stuff. I'm just like, nah, I'm good. I'm out. Okay. I feel you. See, I don't have no sponsored neighbors, man. None of my neighbors got no firearms. They got nothing. I wish they did. My neighbors, if something happened, my neighbors all gonna be looking for me. What we doing? That's real talk. Yeah, I'm make sure y'all hit the like button, hit the subscribe button for brother. Appreciate it very, very much. Yeah, I don't have no sponsored members, but if I ever get a chance, I'm gonna come out there and hang out with you because you got all that stuff. Come out there and meet your sponsored members and see what y'all got. Like, yeah, nah, man, I'm going out there with them. They got everything. But yeah, I think in my name, I don't have. I mean, don't get me wrong. I know my neighbors. I talk to my neighbors, but I don't know what my neighbors got because I don't have that conversation with my neighbors. I don't talk about firearms with my neighbor, guns with my neighbors. I don't even get into that conversation with my neighbors whatsoever. And the reason why, because some of this stuff ain't none of their business. Because, you got those other neighbors where I live. You know them other neighbors, what I'm talking about. I'm trying to wait for when you ain't home. Don't get me wrong, I lock all my stuff up. But one thing you can't stop is somebody desperate. And they got enough time. I don't care what you got. They'll find a way. And so, if my ambitious enough, they'll find a way. You can only make it as more complicated as possible. But if I happen to be here in the moment, one thing about my movements are very unpredictable. So you never know when I'm coming and going. Oh, really? I know that somebody did tell me where I live at. There's one not far from me, an outdoor range, but I just never use an outdoor range. And I want to, and I'm going to eventually do it. But I just, like I said, I'm very cautious. And if I walk up on something and I don't see how people are acting around it, especially around firearms, I take myself out the equation. Yeah, and So I'm very unpredictable. You can't predict when I'm going to come, when I'm going to go. You can try to. I mean, I always tell, when I talk about stuff like that, being aware of your surroundings, being aware of what's going on around you. Don't be so tunnel vision where you just always looking straight. Don't be so quick to just jump out of your vehicle and scan the area. Make sure especially if you're a person and you know where you live at. Like if you know where you live, stuff like that, a suspect that happening. Be mindful of how you move, how you function. But when you stop your vehicle, don't just turn your vehicle off. Just sit there for a while. Look at what's going on, because you might have to pull out of that spot real fast. I mean, and if you know where you live and these things happen in your community more than often, I mean, everybody should be doing it. But if you know that these type of things happen in your community a little more often, the first thing you should do, if you're in your vehicle, you pull up somewhere, and like I said, a gas station, don't just be so quick to just jump out. I'm gonna go pump my gas. No, don't so quick to cut your car off. Look, scan the area. And whenever I go to a gas station, this is how I'm at a gas station. I pull up as I'm coming in the gas station, and I'm in a truck, so I scan everything that's going on. Cars coming and going. I scan. Then I pull up to where I'm going, to the gas station where I'm going to put my gas at or whatever case may be. I don't turn my vehicle off. I look around. I'm not turning my vehicle off because if I have to get out of there in my vehicle as fast as possible, that's what I'm going to do. So I don't turn my vehicle. I know there's gas pumps, so don't let you know. Screw y'all. I'm not turning my vehicle off. I pump my gas, and as I'm pumping my gas, I'm still scanning what everybody's doing. Now, where I live at, it's not, that's not common for people to go to gas stations and do stuff like that. But still, I'm like this. Scanning all the time. Being aware. Doesn't mean anything. Even when you're just driving down the street regular days, like every single day. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm from Philadelphia. I know what that happens. And I'm not, I'm not far from Philadelphia now. My family, I'm in Philly a lot. All my family's still in Philly. So I'm near a lot. But if I'm scanning, even when I'm driving, I always look in my rear mirror just as much as I'm looking away. I check that mirror. Why? You don't know who's following you. You don't know what people's intentions are. You just don't. So I'm very, very alert. And some may say, "Oh, you paranoid." That's not paranoid. That's making sure you pay attention to your surroundings. Be aware of something, knowing what something's about to happen before it happens is necessary to keep you out of harm's way. Because most of the people that says that say, "Oh, I didn't see nothing coming. I didn't know." You see that the one video where they were shooting at, y'all hold on 1 second. Matter of fact, hang in there for a second. I'm going to run this commercial, and I'll be right back in 30 seconds. All right? So don't go nowhere. Just hang in there.
Fellas, ladies, you're looking for lotions, you're looking for beard oils, but unfortunately, everything you get from mainstream got chemicals in it, and they're probably killing you? No problem, we got you. Go check out my people from Top to Bottom Hair and Skincare. That's Top to Bottom Hair and Skincare. www.top2bottom, BOTTU, the U is for unique, M.com. Tell them I sent you.
I'm back. Yeah. But again, it goes into like, you know what I mean? Like, as we on this subject, and I'm gonna stay on this subject because I think it's necessary since justice, we kind of deviated this way. One thing I do like, and I'm gonna add into likes and dislikes. What I like to be is aware of what's going on around me, knowing what people are doing, where they at, what's going on around me. Being aware is necessary. I never understood how people function in this life every time, and they just live life through a tunnel vision. Like you see them driving, they like, look left, look right, unless they got to turn, unless they get ready to make a move. But they don't watch if they're not in their rearview mirror. If I'm in the vehicle with somebody and I'm not the actual one driving, I'm still the same way, looking at what's going on. Why? Because it don't mean I'm paranoid. It don't mean I'm afraid. I'm not afraid. It's not even about fear. It's just that Um, it's not even about being afraid or nothing like that. It's just, again, you got to realize that that's the world you live in. And if you're not cautious, if you're not paying attention to what's going on, and listen, I don't have all the answers. That's why I have Fire on Friday. That's why I have people like Jay, Fantacular Show, and Justice Runs on Diesel, and different people that have different knowledge other than my own personal knowledge coming in on different on the Fire on Fridays is because their experience, my experience, Jay's experience, and anybody else that have experience, that knowledge being presented to other people helps them to better prepare yourself. Because I'm like that video, it was a short video that I put out, and these guys pulls up in the car, and one guy gets out, looks to be an AR-15, and they just recklessly shooting at somebody else who's probably recklessly shooting at them. And here's the thing about it. If they was in a fight, and I'm gonna be real with y'all, if them two that I seen on that video was in a fight with real shooters, they'd be dead already. They'd be dead already. See, the difference between somebody that really knows how to shoot a firearm and somebody that's doing what that reckless, dumb stuff they were doing out there is that they're just out there spraying bullets and paranoid shooting, and they just want to end up, all they're going to do is end up hurting everybody. But if you look at police officers, and I'm going to use police officers as an example. If you look at police officers, when do you hear police officers shooting innocent bystanders? I'm not saying it never happened, but it's extremely rare. Why? Because police officers are trained to pick their target and know how to shoot. You can't be relaxed, be calm, be prepared, pick your target and make it happen. Don't be out there just recklessly shooting. They out there doing all that crazy stuff. If they was out there with anybody that knows how to really shoot and aim fire, all the person would have did was just, it wouldn't even have took a whole lot to take them out. Because they don't know what they're doing. They've got their hands on some firearms and they retardedly don't know what they're doing and they're stupid. That's what they are. They're idiots and they're stupid. And Justice, I know you're absolutely right. And I'm quite sure you are a better shooter than I am. And even me, on the scale that I am, I guarantee you, and I'm going to tell you, listen, if I would have had, I'm going to take anything in my, I'm going to just say I would have had one of mine that I have behind me. And if I would have had anything like that, that would have been over in no time. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm a lot better with a rifle than I am with a handgun. But if I would have had even a handgun, honestly, based off of what I saw, yeah. I mean, even with a handgun. Because I know the one thing that they're not doing is they're not focused on what they're shooting on. They're not positioning them guns in type way. They don't even have what's your name on it. They don't even have a brace on it. The shoulder thing. They got, I don't know what the heck they had in their hand. Why would you have a gun without the bump stop or whatever on the back up? Whatever you call it. I can't even think right now. Well, anyway. Why would not you have it? And they got these guns up in the air doing this. See, this is why I do these shows, and that is why I do Fire on Friday. And this is the reason why I talk about firearms and stuff like that, because most of this type of things that happen in communities like I grew up in. And they learning how to do this dumb stuff. They doing this dumb stuff on the streets because they learned from stupid idiots on the streets or these dumb movies that just want to make it look cool, as opposed to that's not how you handle. First of all, you shouldn't be out there handling firearms for first. What are you doing in your life that you in a gunfight at a gas station with somebody? You know what I'm saying? Like, how screwed up is your life that you in a gunfight at a gas station with somebody? Like, this is where you need to get control of your emotions. Really. And this is the reason why I say, and sometimes I get a lot of slaps when I talk to women that have boys, and I tell them, and they might not like what I say, but I don't care. I know how important it is. If the father of the child isn't in his life, Hopefully he is. But if for some reason he's not, make sure you put him around some decent men to teach him how to be a real man and not be an emotional person. Yeah, you know what, Justice? I know you're right. They do that to conceal it better. But my thing is this: you still, what they're doing is so reckless and so stupid. You're not going to be able to. My thing is this: is that this is why these type of people, as much as I agree with the Second Amendment, and I'm not going to say they should not have firearms, but this is the reason why they should be taught better. This is the reason why you're not supposed to learn from the streets. This is the reason why you're supposed to learn from the proper way to handle firearm, the proper way to respect the firearms. That way you ain't out there in the streets just holding on to a firearm and doing some reckless stuff. But my thing is this, again, it goes back to what in your life, what are you doing in your life that you, listen, I own firearms. I get up and I go outside every single day, even though I am very, very cautious of what's going around me. Not because of how I'm living my life, because I don't live like that. It's because I know other people do. And I don't have nothing to, and listen, all the people at that gas station had nothing to do with what was going on. Nothing. They caught up. All they doing is trying to go get their stuff, gas, whatever it is that they doing. These morons out in the street now, all these innocent people are caught up in the middle of something that they got going on. And they don't care. And they don't care. And now all these innocent people are ducking and dodging bullets because these idiots out there living reckless lifestyle. Now all these innocent people are caught in the middle of your problem. That goes to show you how little they value life. If they catch them, put them away forever. I do not care if somebody died or not. Put them away forever. That's it. See, my thing is that's where when you out there doing that, to me, in my opinion, you do not care about life. Now, here's where, again, good guys with a gun. And if there were some good guys out there with guns, seen this taking place, they should have took them down. Eliminated them all. And I don't care how anybody feels about it. I don't care about how your feelings. When someone's out there recklessly shooting up the streets with everybody, innocent kids, parents, grandmothers, grandfathers, everybody out there trying to live their life, to me, a good guy should have been out there. He should have eliminated every last one of them. Just start picking them off. Because the minute that starts happening more often, guess what's going to happen? These fools will stop doing that stuff. Well, nah, man, I don't know who out there is going to get me. This is why listen, I know people going, I'm going to hear, oh, you know, that's not, no, it is the way to handle it. Because all the way that they handle it right now is not working. It's not working. That's why when you go certain places, people don't do that type of stuff because they know better. Because they don't know. They're like, nah, don't do that here. These people ain't going to play that. You're not going to walk out of here alive. You're going to go out of here in a bag. You do that around here, you're going to go out of here in a bag. They already know. Ain't nobody telling them. They know. They can tell. When you know where you at and you know, yeah, no, don't do that around here. They're not playing that. And that's that reckless stuff you're doing on the street. That's crazy. And my thing is this. I don't care. If I'm out in the street and out and about and I see something like that transpiring, if I have the ability at the moment to eliminate the threat, I don't care what happens to me. And the last thing I want to do is witness innocent people, innocent children being killed because y'all got some stupid beef and probably don't even, it's probably not even that serious that you need to be out there doing it. And I guarantee you it. Somebody says something to you on social media and now you're out in the streets trying to settle it with guns. That's how fragile y'all are. Can't even take something. You letting words provoke you to that point. That means you're fragile. That's what's wrong with you. You're fragile. And that's the reason why I tell young women, if you just happen to be raising a boy by yourself, and I'm not saying that if it's a boy or girl, but I'm just saying boys for a reason. If you got some real men in your life, make sure them boys are around real men. Not no street thugs and all these other fools on the street. I'm talking about positive, men that are doing real man stuff. What men doing, working on cars and fixing stuff and building stuff. You got some uncles, some grandfathers, some neighbors, whatever. Try to get that boy around them. Because the only thing you're going to do is teach them how to be emotional. And then what happens is they go out there and this is what you get. Because if you look at the prison system, and most of the men that are sitting up in prison was raised by single moms. And they don't like when you say the truth, but it's the facts. Or raised by a single mom, because all they did was teach them how to be emotional. And then when you look at the other women who complain about these men ain't got no backbone, they complain about men ain't got no backbone, you need to go find out who raised them. And then you're going to find out. Because if you're not teaching them how to do nothing, how you expect them to do something? You know, if you're raising a boy and you're not teaching them how to build, make, do something, be constructive, not destructive, and then the streets get hold of them and teach them how to be destructive as opposed to being productive, what ends up happening is they become what you don't want for yourself. So you're raising boys to become something that you would never want for yourself. So if you want them to be a man, get them around real men and teach them how to be a real man. If you just happen to be one of those type of people. If there's nothing close, find one. And I'm not talking about go date the man, I'm not even saying none of that type of stuff. I'm just saying, put them around real men. Not the thugs and streets, but put them around, because the more time they spend around them, they're going to know the difference between how a man is supposed to conduct himself as opposed to how they're supposed to be out there in the streets learning. Because a lot of them guys out there in the street, this is what they are. And then you get some that slip through the crack and come out all right. But a lot of them out there, this is the result of that. A lot of these women are raising these boys to be something that they wouldn't even want for themselves. He don't even know how to flat a tire. Well, look at who raised him. He don't know how to change the tire. He don't know how to do this. He don't know how to do that. All right, well, look at who raised him. What did they teach him how to do? That's it. It really ain't that complicated. And I'm not saying, like I said, I'm not saying in every single case. What I'm trying to tell you is if you're a single mom, single woman, you got boys, best advice I can give you when it comes to that is get him around positive, real good men, decent men. And let them have, teach them some real man stuff. And don't try to get in the way every time you think he's being too hard on your boy. Oh, that's my son, you mean? At that point, the man gonna be like, "No, okay, take him. Go ahead. No, good. Let somebody else deal with it." And this is what that is what ends up being the end result. And then now the prison system got him. And it's crazy, but that's what happens. But with that said, I'm getting ready to get about it. Every single one of y'all have a blessed, wonderful day. Appreciate it. Justice, I appreciate you coming in, bro. Appreciate it. Man, we had a good time on the Fracas show yesterday, man. We know we missed you there, bro. But make sure y'all come back later on for Philly Talk with me and Ant Like the Bug at 7:00 p.m. today, and then we'll have Fire on Fridays, 7:00 p.m. on Fridays, and then again we'll have the Fracas show. We're working on the different stuff. And eventually we'll be filling in some more spaces and more time. After talking to Justice and my man Do Magic 47, I do want to come up with another talk show because you guys do truck, you guys are truck drivers. So I want to come up with I want to add that into my channel about the truck driver stories. You know what I mean? Nah, it's all, bro. It's all good, man. Make that money, man. We'll see you when we see you. That's all. It's all cool, man. Whenever you get time and you free, you can jump in. You know what to do. Ryan, send me the link. I'm coming in. The show is open to you, bro. My channel is open to you as much as you can, as much as time you have. You're welcome to come in at any time, bro. Appreciate your time. Appreciate your knowledge, man. But even, of course, Fire on Fridays, man. You're part of that if you need to be. If you can be in there, great. If you can't, we understand, but you know what I mean? we're gonna do our little bit of part in this world, this place called America, man, to help make America great. One little bit of one show at a time, our way. I mean, and that's just me trying to do my part. I mean, and I'm not perfect, not by any means, but you know, the more we share the knowledge, the more we have these conversations about different things, and hopefully we'll help somebody become better at what they're at life. But and with that said, I'm going to get out of here again. Every single one of y'all have a blessed, wonderful day. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure y'all hit the subscribe button. I appreciate it very, very much. What's up, Chits for Real? How you doing? God bless you. And with that said, I'm out of here. Make sure y'all check out Top to Bottom Hair and Skincare Products. You put in the OG Network promo code, OG Network 26. And with that, you get a 15% discount off of all your purchases above $35. And if you're not sure what I'm talking about, check out the commercial. I'm out of here. Peace.
Fellas, ladies, you looking for lotions? You looking for beard oils? But unfortunately, everything you get from mainstream got chemicals in it and it's probably killing you? No problem, we got you. Go check out my people from Top to Bottom Hair and Skincare. That's Top to Bottom Hair and Skincare. www.top2bottom, BOTTU, the U is for unique, M.com. Tell them I sent you.